Hey guys, Friday fun day. As I make this live feed, it's a Friday evening, and I hope you had a good week. Hope you're doing good, and that's kind of just something that I was reflecting on as I'm sitting here towards the end of my night at a Starbucks and relaxing outside in a beautiful Florida evening. Probably about 78 degrees, a nice ocean breeze where I'm at. Instant Raven on a live check-in. Hey, can I be a moderator? No, you can't. I don't want a moderator. Don't need one. I appreciate you all for its respect to you. It's love to you. But if I see somebody reckless, I'll block them. If they get away with it, it is what it is. But thank you. I appreciate that. Again, it's respect and thank you. Noted pride. Have a great weekend down here. I will, brother. Love and respect to Miami and to you out there. It's a beautiful evening, like I say. So, um, you know, and fun. It's interesting. I think about what fun means to me at 38 years old, right? Because it means something different to you having fun at 18 versus 28, 38, 48, 58, etc. Fun and your definition of fun will evolve over time. In H-Town, I see you. Love H-Town live. A check-in says, Sam, I appreciate what you're doing, sir. Thank you. I mean, H-Town, remember that group? H-Town, knocking the boots all night long. H-Town was an R&B group from the 90s. Good group. I like H-Town, man. Part-Time Lover from the Martin Lawrence movie, Thin Line Between Love and Hate. H-Town did that song, Part-Time Lover. I wanna be a part-time lover. That was an undercover song. Not too many people know about that. True Love. Thanks for all the inspiration and motivation. Appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you too. H-Town says, yes, I remember. Oh, man, I might have to YouTube Part-Time Lover. That was my favorite song by H-Town, Part-Time Lover. I'm going to have to YouTube that after this live feed and drive to my campground. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Uh, you know, so, it's important to have fun. There was a season of my life in my late 20s where I got too serious and I stopped learning to have fun. No one wants to be around someone who's too serious. No one wants to be around somebody who is too serious, period. I think it serves you good in life to be a little bit of a fun person. I was listening in Starbucks and there was some young girl, I don't know what she was doing, with some old guy. And she was basically talking to him. She was like, "Yeah, everyone knows I'm a fun girl." And I remember Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton going at it in the debates. And they asked Hillary Clinton, who was running against Trump, why'd you go to his wedding? Why'd you hang around with him? He was, the guy's, I don't agree with him politically, but he's fun to be around. And that's why he's able to captivate certain people. Not to get into politics, but I'm trying to teach you a lesson. You got to understand this lesson here. You got to be a person that understands the value of being a fun person, knowing how to turn on the fun, light side of you, and not always be serious. If you're always serious, if you're always trying to uncover conspiracy theories, if you're always trying to think about how can you save the world, if you're always caught in this endless cycle of acquire wisdom and you never forget to be light and have fun, you're going to live a dull life, number one. Number two is you're going to unattract people from your life. And number three is you're going to miss out on a part of life that is not a mathematical equation. Okay, part of life is wisdom, part of life is a mathematical equation, part of life is seriousness, and part of a life, there is no answer. Part of life is just light, carefree. It's silly, it's stupid, it doesn't really make sense, but you learn to smile and you learn to enjoy the silliness of life. There was a movie with an old couple, and it was just two old people, and they were in this home, and they were both of their spouses had died, and their kids would check in from time to time, but they were pretty much old. They were in their 80s, and they were left basically to just spend the rest of their years in this like old age home. And the man who was older, he was very serious. And the female, she was like, real carefree. And man had lost his wife, and he was very sad still. Like, he's like, she left me here alone to finish out my days by myself. And Milano says fun is the only way to move forward. And see, Milano's a smart guy, man. A lot of people sleeping on Milano's wisdom down in Miami. Love and respect to that, Milano. I'm with you. I appreciate all your comments, man. So there was this old guy, okay, and he was bitter because his wife left him. His wife died. He was like 80 something years old, and he, had lost all his fun in life. And he really didn't have fun when she was around. And so he's in this old age home with this older lady. She lost her husband. She's like lying a little bit, like, she lost her husband, like, through this sad thing. And she was like this, like, grieving widow. But, there was like more to the story. She kind of lied to like exaggerate it. And they got to know each other. And then he found out that this older lady lied. He goes, "Why'd you lie? Why do you act stupid? This and this and that." And I'm not doing it justice, but the bottom line is what eventually the guy learned is that don't pay too much mind to the fact that she lied, or that, you know what I mean, or like people exaggerate, or it's not true, or just you take it with a grain of salt, man, and just have fun, you know what I mean. And that's what he did. Like, he ended up like just spending time with this girl, and like she older lady, and she knew like she was out there, but he just learned to enjoy the fun of life, okay. And you're going to need that lesson in life. Okay? A lot of people may mislead you. You're going to need a time in your life. Maybe you're going to go to church. Maybe you're going to go to a counselor. Maybe you're going to go to a therapist. Maybe you're going to, go traveling until you find yourself. You may do a variety of things in life to seek some type of peace. And what I can tell you is, like my man Mono says, if you don't mix some fun into that journey, bad news, okay? Bad news. You're not going to be able to go forward, man. I was sharing with some guy at work. We were trying to get an answer to something, and he was getting frustrated, but he had made a joke. And I said his name. I said, "Brother," I said, "never lose your sense of humor. Your sense of humor, your ability to have fun will take you further than your college degree." Okay? If you have a college degree with a $100,000 student loan, but you don't know how to have fun, you're finished. Okay? You're finished. This is what I've learned in life. Have fun, man. Because the journey is many things. And if you don't learn to embrace the fun of life, it's going to beat you up. Because life's going to beat you up regardless. So, just be conscious of that, and remember not to take things too serious a little bit. And, it doesn't always have to be like, you're trying to solve life's problems, and you're trying to make the world right. You're trying to, just enjoy life a little, as best you can, okay? And because when you enjoy life, when you have fun, you're going to attract people, okay? You're going to attract people to want to be around you. And if you're going to do something, you're going to have to attract people. Nobody wants to be around an asshole, period. Okay, it doesn't matter how smart they are. That's bottom line. You want to be around an asshole? I don't. You want to be around somebody who's fun, period. To some extent, okay? So remember that. PTSD Road Warrior. What's up, Sam? Greetings from Austin, Texas. Shout out to the Lone Star State, Austin, Texas. Yeah, thank you, man. Good to see you. Road Warrior, my favorite wrestler, Ultimate Warrior. I think his first tag team was the Road Warriors, I believe. I could be wrong on that. A lot of having fun, your day becomes short. That's wisdom too. I remember when my second job, I think my father asked me, he said, how'd you like work? I said, I really didn't, it was what it was. And he goes, well, did the day go fast? Well, yeah, it didn't go too long. He goes, well, that's a good sign. Milano always leaves a comment, and they always like LOL. I look up, I have high appreciation for Milano, because he knows how to laugh. You understand what I'm saying? That's a gift. That's a skill set. That's an ability. That's a quality that you want to be around. And I'm bringing that up because it's overlooked. It's an overlooked trait that even me at different times in my life, I'm sharing with you, at different times in my life, I overlooked that trait. I thought, some people just silly, man. Stop being a clown. Now, some people are clowns. Like I had to block, I even went last night. I went back in my life feed. I had to block a couple people. Why? It was clowning a little bit. So there's a difference between being a clown and being, somebody who knows how to have fun. Big difference, okay? A clown is usually somebody who's heavy in sarcasm. A clown is usually somebody who does pranks. I don't believe in pranks. Pranks, they lead to fights, okay? And they lead to bad stuff. Somebody getting hurt. Having fun is not pranks. It's not sarcastic humor. I remember when I was doing Match.com for a while, total disaster, number one. Number two is, what I learned as a huge red flag, when a girl would leave a comment and say, some guys can't get my sarcastic sense of humor. Well, I know why they can't get your sarcastic sense of humor, because it's a sign of disrespect. Sarcasm is a seed of disrespect. Never forget it. Write that down. Because what I can tell you is if you're sarcastic with your boss, if you're sarcastic with your lover, what you're doing, you're not being funny. You're planting the seeds of disrespect. And you're going to reap what you sow. Oh, yeah. That's why they're on Match.com. And that's why I said, oh, shit. This is a fucking landmine out here. I got to get off this thing. And that's what I did. Totally got off. It's a disaster out there, okay? What I can tell you is have fun, but don't do sarcasm. No good. No good, okay? Justin, man of wisdom, thank you. I appreciate that, but I'm not perfect, but thank you. I appreciate that. Noted Pride, he retracted. That's right. Noted Pride is paying too much damn rent down in Miami. And, that's what it is. Look, Miami's, there's jobs down there. There's opportunity. So, you're going to pay a little bit higher rent. Daddy Geek. Daddy Geek. Hey, Daddy Geek. Hey, Sammy. Hope you had a great day. And then she gave me a cheese emoji, heart emoji, thumb up, love and respect. Same to you. I hope you had a good day. And I've been thinking about Daddy Geek, praying for her. She's going through a tough time at work. Like we all have at different times, dealing with drama. She's a smart person. She likes her job, loves her job, but she got to deal with drama. Do we all have to deal with drama at times? Yep. Hate it. Part of life, though. Got to deal with it. Avoid drama. Don't quit. Show up every day. You go farther than you think. Don't let anyone make you quit. Never forget that. But Daddy Geek, just keep pushing forward. You're a smart woman. Don't let anyone mess up your career. And it's Friday Fun Day. Have some fun. Enjoy yourself. And you worked hard, so enjoy your weekend. Nick, big facts. Yep, 100. Totally agree with that. But let me take a little hydration break here. Mike Smith, bro, when you coming back to Jersey? Maybe next week? No, maybe never. Mike Smith says, when am I coming back to Jersey? Love to you, Mike. I will come back because I'm going to go visit my mother. But I have no plans immediately. I mean, it's her birthday coming up soon, so I've been debating that, if I want to come on her birthday, or do I want to wait until maybe October? I'm not sure yet. My mom's gonna be 70, but my mom doesn't take care of herself. She's a great woman. I'm very thankful for my mother, but she doesn't eat well, and so life expectancy for a woman in America is 80. For a man, it's 76. That's average. Aretha Franklin just died the other day. She was 76. Look, I take mental notes. Life doesn't last forever. You better be mindful of that. So, I'm mindful that my mom's getting older. And so I want to definitely spend quality time with her when I can. I've spent a lot of quality time with my mom over the years. I thank God that the Lord has given us many years together. So if God forbid she would pass tomorrow, I don't feel like I didn't appreciate her. If your mom passes and you're only 19, early 20s, sometimes that could be hurtful to your soul because you feel like, you didn't get to show her you appreciated her because you were young, you were immature. I remember working in a pizzeria. At one point in my life, in my 20s, I fell on hard times and I was just delivering pizzas. And there was this young girl who worked behind a counter. I think she was in high school. And her mom used to drop her off. And one day she came in. Not one day, but then all of a sudden, I came in the next week and I saw her for a couple days and she was just like you could tell her face, something had happened. And I remember asking somebody at the pizzeria, I was like, "Yo, what's up with the girl?" I said, "What's up with her?" Like, "Oh, her mom just passed away." And I remember seeing her last week when her mom dropped her off, and they were like in an argument. Again, I don't know what she was, like 16, 17 years old, and she was arguing with her mom. And so right there, once the other guy at the pizzeria told me her mom passed away, I said, I said, her mom passed away. She probably, they were arguing last week probably about something frivolous. And, she never got to, show her that she appreciated her, I'm sure. If my mom passed away when I was 16, 17, so I thank God that the Lord gave me enough years to mature, to articulate, to communicate, to spend time with my mom, to show her I appreciated her. I had a couple friends that lost their parents before they got a chance to acknowledge and show their appreciation. So it's only by the grace of God, that any of us live long enough and have the opportunity to show that. But I've been given enough years where I have shown that, and I'm thankful for that. And, I have a peace about that. Let's see, Milano, Sammy. Life is too short for not having fun and good time. That's right. Look, like I say, Aretha Franklin just died this week. I know people die young. I know people live old. But what I can tell you is that, you got to make the most of each day. You got to seize the moment. Every day, I said last night, every day, you're closer to death, not life, as far as in this world. And, you make the most of each day. You seize the moment, enjoy your life. Every day I get into the ocean, man. And I fully submerge in it. I don't dip my toes in it. I don't, walk around. I go fully in the ocean, and I let, that salt water just marinate. And that's magical. And that's, for me, enjoying the day and making the most of it. And I like that. Nick. Never going back. Nick, you already know. I go back once in a while, but there's nothing there for me, at this point in my journey. I know I met somebody on YouTube last night. They left a comment, and they said that they were moving from Miami to Jersey, but maybe she grew up her whole life in Miami. I don't know. Everyone's on a different journey. I can't articulate your journey for you. That's your job. So, but whatever you do, have fun. Have fun in New Jersey in the winter. God bless. Mike, loud. Good. Janice, your mom 4 years older than me. Yeah, I mean, look, to some extent, as far as your mindset, age is a number, but as far as your body, age is reality. It does matter. I feel it, at my age. But, you can't live in fear, and you can't live like, making it a negative thing, because you're blessed to live another day, and, you don't let age define you, but you're mindful of, time in this world and how short it is. Nordic, what a pride. Bro, keep forward, man. Let's make a good barbecue one this day at any park, bro. Well, I appreciate that. I ain't gonna do no barbecuing, bro. I did barbecue. I did cookouts, did all that. And what I can tell you is I ain't going back to Jersey, and I ain't going back to eating meat. I'm sticking to that plant-based diet. Never going back to feeling how I felt after I eat fried chicken, barbecue ribs, and sour cream and onion Lay's chips. I ain't going back to that. I love you. I appreciate you, and we definitely hook up if the Lord wills. But it ain't gonna be cooking out. It's gonna be eating tofu from Publix. Okay, never forget it. Daddy Geek. I killed them with a smile. Good. I killed them with a smile all day, stunned by that work with the people. I owned it, Sammy. See, exactly, owned your life. You didn't let them own your life. I like that. I got asked if I was smiling so much because of the rumor mill. Long story short, someone said I was about to hook a job elsewhere. Left my ass off. You're a leader. Data Geek, you're a leader. And you're a woman of integrity. And that's the bottom line. And you smile through all this bullshit. Like Pac said, with Scarface, you're going to see some good days, you're going to see some bad days, but you smile through all the bullshit and you go forward. That's what I'm thinking. Woohoo! What's up, man? What's your thoughts on this new generation of kids growing up with social media? Look, there's every generation has good and bad. I think technology is a blessing. Technology is allowing us right now to connect with people from all over the world right now in this live feed. So it's a blessing. There's bad parts of it. There's good parts of it. Just like newspapers. Newspaper or regular media. It's newspaper disaster. Why? Because all they do is put rape stories, blood, murder stories like on the front page, and just to draw your attention. Sex, violence, it all sells. So for years, For the previous generation, they didn't have social media, they had regular media. And what we know is regular media is driven solely by being able to create ad revenue. Maybe just like social media, but you have, in social media, what you have is more control of the content. Regular media, especially when you only have like 7 channels and a couple newspapers, they controlled the story, they controlled the content. And you couldn't go and search and Google and YouTube what you wanted. It was served to you. So I think it's a positive overall with some negative. As always, you're going to have some negative. Sally, sunglass face, and thumbs up. Thank you, Sally. I appreciate that. Order, pride. Bro, write a book about the nomad life in the U.S. Well, this is my book. This is a digital book. And I'd rather do it like this because who the hell wants to read a book? I wrote a book called Age Doesn't Determine Wisdom, self-published book, 500 copies. Who wants to read that? No one wants to read that. Everybody wants to see everyone wants to put their earbuds in, listen to this, and then go for a walk or, be at home cooking and getting ready to watch, something on YouTube or something, Pornhub, and, that's it. But this is a digital book, Data Geek. I said I'm smiling because I feel so inspired. Boom, all caps. Sorry, but I had to borrow that from you. Nah, you got it. You were right. I was up at 6 a.m. and I owned the day. And then she gave a lot of laugh emojis. That's the key to life, is, like I say, is waking up early. That's how you establish a day of you owning it and it not owning you. And that's key. That's key. Definitely key. Excuse me, I'm just looking around. Oh, Bray, what's going on, Glam Gypsy? Hello, long time no see. Yep, it changed my outlook on life. I'm sorry. Hello, long time no see. My grandmother changed her outlook on life. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be different people in your life, grandmother, mother, mentor. Somebody along your journey is going to plant seed and it's going to be a blessing to you. And, how do you honor them? Not by being sad, if they're gone, by just living your life and trying to be the best you. And, that's how you pay it forward. Umbrella, enjoying life more, it's precious. It is. And sometimes it's miserable. It's all those things. It's good, it's bad, it's ugly. But you try to have fun along the way. That's the thing. You try to dance in the rain, try to make the most of life. And you try as best you can, based on what you can control, to create a life that, inspires you, and that you do meaningful things with yourself, and you have fun. You enjoy yourself. Zelda, hey Sam, hey Zelda, how are you? Good to see you. H-Town, Sam, what do you do when the weather is? Whoops, I forgot. Haha, just having fun, man. I appreciate that. Love and respect. Part-time lover. Tease up. Do you keep count of calories? No, I used to. I don't anymore. I'm just coasting now at this point. I mean, I'm considered moderately overweight. I don't know, between 210 and 220. Technically, I should be around 175. I was at 150 for years. When I was at 150, I was counting calories like a madman. But I went from 350 down to 150 over the course of 3 years, and I was scared to eat anything because I was scared to put weight back on. I didn't know if I could sustain it off. I had a dream of just moving out of state, totally disconnecting from social media and getting fat again, and no one ever see me, so I don't have to worry about them. And I was like, so I had to make sure I never did that. And so once I kind of knew I would never go back, and I slowly started eating more, for me now, I kind of eat the same thing every day. There's no this day I'm going to go to eat Mexican food, this day I'm going to go eat pizza, Friday pizza day. I don't do any of that. I eat the same thing every day. I wake up the same time every day. I mean, there's a little bit of variable, but for the most part, my life is structured, right? Because what I found for me is I found a sweet spot. I found a good balance of healthy food, overeat a little bit of healthy food. I don't eat out anything. And it works for me. And so I don't have any lack. When I was down to 150 and I was counting calories, I had lack. And so once in a while, I would go on a binge. You catch me backsliding in a Popeyes fried chicken parking lot, not doing a live feed, but doing a number on a 12-piece fried chicken, spicy. And what I can tell you is you feel like shit after you eat that. And so I had to find a way to balance it. And so I found that balance for me. And I live a full life, you know what I mean? And so now, just I'll never go back to a certain I'll never go back to that 350-pound Sammy. I'll never go back to eating out on the weekends. It's just I'm way past that. I wasn't sure at a certain point when I initially lost all the weight if I was way past it, but I'm way past it now. Mentally, most of it's mental. I remember, my sister had a drug problem, and I remember going to different rehabs when she would go through like a bad spell. And I remember one time, like, they take you to different counseling sessions, what your family member, what your lover, and then, like, by yourself, right? So they were doing like a family counseling thing. They were like teaching about addiction, right? So addiction could be anything. It could be drugs, could be food, could be gambling. Addiction, just the thin line with addiction. There's a lot of different faces of addiction. I did a video about that in my early YouTube days. What I could tell you is this. This is what the counselor broke down. She goes, basically, a physical addiction to any drug, is pretty much 3 days. Okay, that's what they call a detox period. Okay, after 3 days, after 3 to 5 days of you not doing that drug, whether it's a cigarette, whether it's alcohol, or whether it's a strong drug, heroin, or any type of prescription drug, after 5 days, normally your body has cleared that physical addiction. You've detoxed. After that, you know what the rest of the battle is? Mental addiction. And the mental part of life, and the structuring of the mind, the discipline of the mind, believe me, that's why I simplified my life, because I feel the mental pressure of life and I want to keep myself in a fun, happy place. And what I found is, for me, too much commitment, too many things, it takes away my fun. And I want to have fun, but I can't have fun because I'm thinking about the water heater, I'm thinking about the furnace, I'm thinking about the renovation, I'm thinking about the crown molding, I'm thinking about the new toilet paper I got to get. I'm thinking about all this shit, and I don't want to think about that. So what I can tell you is, in life, to break something, you have to understand the mental part of life. There's a huge part of life that is mental. It's in between your ears. And so I learned that lesson very early on, but it doesn't make it easier. But what it makes me conscious of is how I structure my life and how I can try to keep myself from getting stuck in my head. A lot of people get stuck in their head. And I used to have a viewer said that, and I agree with her. She did a lot of positive things, but then she just started going in circles. I can't go in circles. And what I can tell you is, you're going to have to learn in life to not get stuck in your own mind, and let thoughts flow off it, and keep yourself in a healthy space. Don't have any relationship that's not good for your mental health, including a YouTube friend. I'll block somebody just because they're not good for my mental health. Okay? I'll cut off somebody just because they're not good for my mental health. Why? Because I take mental health serious. Some people don't, and it's a shame, and it shows. Okay? It shows. And you can tell. You can tell people that take care of themselves well. No one's perfect. We all face pain in life. We're all imperfect. We all need grace. But you could tell. You could tell. And what I've found in life is, people that aren't taking care of themselves well, they try to volunteer and help other people, only as another distraction from not helping themselves. The real work of your life is not volunteering at a soup kitchen, and I volunteered at many soup kitchens. What I can tell you is, the real work of your life is taking care of yourself and getting your shit in order, okay? Fuck the soup kitchen. Take care of yourself. Then go to the soup kitchen, all right? But a lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people want to volunteer because it's easier to volunteer to help somebody else than every day show up to your own life, okay? That's the life lesson there, guys and girls. Ivan, too much hassle and stress owning and renting a home. It is, but there's also a reward. I want to be fair. If you own a home, you build up equity. If you have children, you're going to need some type of home. You're going to need some type of public school system. If you're single, if you're retired, if you're a free bird, you're a small sliver of society, like me, and you have the capability. If you're, but that's a small sliver of society. The mass society will need some dwelling, okay, on average. So, it's totally understand why they would have to own or rent. So I want to always have to pull myself back, right? Like, I'm a small sliver of society, and people who live like me, they're a small sliver of society. It's just the way the numbers work, just the way law of averages are. But, you have to be mindful, like I was saying last night, 75 to 90% of society lives above their means. And so even if you're going to own, even if you're going to rent, you have to learn how to master the principle of living below your means. And that has nothing to do with being a nomad or having a house. It just has everything to do with living simple. Well, like I said, if I ever went back to a dwelling, I mean, not totally against it, but if I did, it's going to be at a simple level. Because what I learned in life is you have more fun when you keep things simple. What I've learned in life is when you make things more complex, you have to be more serious, and it hurts your quality of life. It hurts your mental health. I remember one of the last girls, like when I was doing a little dating thing, she was, she always like dressed real good. She always put herself together. She knew how to have fun. And, I was kind of falling for her. And so I had like paid off Jeep Compass. And then I went out and I wanted to impress her, and I got a Range Rover. And I showed up to her house. I thought I was like, I'm gonna impress her. I'm gonna knock her socks off. And she saw my car. She said, Sam, what'd you do? You got a new car? I said, yes, I got a Range Rover. And I'm more like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna impress somebody. And she was like, why'd you do that? And then she was like getting a little frustrated. And I was like, what? And then she was just like, I like simple. And like, you don't like simple, look how you dress. But it taught me a lesson there. I mean, it's a painful lesson because I look like an asshole, period. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. But what I can tell you is I learned a lesson. Painful lesson, but I learned a lesson. That don't do things to impress people, because really you come across your most impressive when you are just who you are. And you never have to convince or show off to impress people that already like you. And what I found is the people that like me, they like me when I was 350 pounds. The people that like me, they like me when I was delivering pizza or, when I was working in corporate America. What I found is the people that like me, even like if I post a lot and I do a lot on social media, they like me if I post a lot, or if they like me if I don't post a lot. They don't care. The people that don't like me, they say, don't post so much. The people that don't get me, they try to give me advice. There's people that get you and there's people that don't. And the people that get you, the people that are in your corner, you never really have to try to do anything to sell them on you. They're already sold. Just remember that Jerry Maguire movie? At the end of the movie or whatever, the girl that Jerry Maguire ends up with, she goes, you had me at hello. What does that mean? Like, Tom Cruise didn't have to sell her on him. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he already had her. Why? Because people who get you, they get you from the door, all right? People who get you, they get you from hello. And you don't need to package yourself. You don't need to sell yourself. All you need to do is be yourself. And it's a life lesson there, guys, okay? Out of Illinois, you have the best talk show on the internet. And then he gave the Van/RV a thumbs up. Thank you. I appreciate that encouragement. Thank you, brother. Love and respect to out of Illinois. Ivan, damn, laugh out loud. What did you end up doing with the Range Rover? It was a lease. After the Range Rover, that's when I got the Jeep Renegade 2 years ago. And then that's when I started. The Jeep Renegade was my first step on downsizing my life. I remember coming to work with the Jeep Renegade the next day, and when the people at work saw me, when the people at work saw me, he said, Sam, what you do, you downgraded? I said, well, I didn't look at it like a downgrade. I said, I look at it like a downsized. But like a lot of people looked at me like, what'd you do that for? Like, you supposed to do like boss moves. Like, and I was debating on, and so that there was a little resistance there, like, why are you doing that? And so, but that was like, it was the first step, that changing my car and really going back to simple. And then after I changed my car, after I stopped the lease, and then I stopped the lease game, and then I bought the Jeep Renegade. And then my next step was, over a course of 2-year process, start to throw out stuff from my house, get it on the market. And I was going to buy a smaller condo originally. I wasn't going to live in my car. I was going to buy a smaller condo. And then I couldn't find one. And then I said, why do I want to buy a condo in New Jersey? I want to really be in Florida. And then so that's just how that whole process evolved. And then I looked at RVs. I did all those different things. But one of the best decisions I ever did was get back to a simple life and downsize, and change my life for the better, just like a plant-based diet changed my life forever. and I'll never go back. I mean, I'll always like, adjust things here and there. I'm not going to say I'll never do certain things as far as like twinkering, but the overall theme of, you know, how I eat, the overall theme of, how I live with my expenses, the foundation is laid, and it's laid solid, man. And like, I have no desire to go back. It's not even like I have to, like in the beginning of like the weight loss journey, like I had to like convince myself, like, Sam, you don't want to go back. Like, I don't have to convince myself. Like, I'm done. You know what I mean? I know where I'm at. I'm at peace where I'm at. And so, I may twinker a little bit here and there now that I'm really situated, but it's never going to be back to, a huge luxury condo in a gated community with, you know what I mean, a luxury car. Even with the ability to afford it, to me, I just have more peace owning my life, and I don't live in fear, of a downturn, with my job or I don't want those things to happen, but like, you know what I mean? It's not something on my plate. You understand? Like, I talked to a couple people today, right? Today was payday for, people I work with. And, I was telling a couple, I said, well, you should be a little bit happy, right? Today's payday. And a couple people like, what does that mean? I get the money, it goes right out. You know what I mean? So, and I'm like, that's not, I didn't say that because I don't be just, but in my mind, I'm like, I get that money and I'm banking, so, but I understand because, there was times like, payday come for me and that goes right out to pay the bills and you don't see any of it. And so that's the difference between owning your life, and stuff owning you. That matters to me. Let's see where we're at. Snow Dog. Hey, Snow Dog. Hey, Sam. You were smart enough not to have children in a family. Well, let me address that, and then, let me finish reading your comment. I apologize. But most of us out here want to declutter and downgrade, but we can't. What do what you suggest? Well, one is, let me say, I don't want to take credit for me being too smart to not have children. I just say I got past a certain point in my life where I just didn't have children. Okay, so there was a certain time in my life where I was, I didn't want to have children, but I was playing around like with women, and sometimes like early on in my life, it just, for different reasons, I just never got anybody pregnant and just never went down that route. But I don't want to say that like at 21, I articulated that I shouldn't have children. And I knew that was because when you're in your teens and 20s, you're driven by your hormones. I don't, even if I had a conversation with wise people, and I did always listen to older people, you have to still live life. And I will give my mom credit. She always did tell me, she goes, Sam, look, do what you want, but what I'm trying to tell you is I love you, I love all my children, but having a child is one of the hardest things you're going to do, so just be very careful if you ever do that. He goes, because a lot of times you're just better off staying single without kids. So I don't want to take credit that I was just a smart young kid. I was blessed with a level of insight. I did always hang around older people, so I kind of try to like learn from them. But there was just some things that swayed in my favor that at the time I didn't think were in my favor. I thought like, and that, so it played out that I didn't have children. So that's number one. Number two is I understand that not everyone can do what I do, but what my theme is, not everyone should do what I'm doing. Everyone should be them. My circle says be you. Everyone can live below their means to a certain extent, and everyone can declutter. It's a mental thing, just like after 5 days of detox, your addiction is mental. So, you can have children, you can raise children, and you don't need an extra room. You don't need a rec room and a living room. Okay, in my condo, I had 2 bathrooms. One bathroom I never used. It was fucking just wasted space. So if you have 2 children, you don't need a 3-bedroom house. Or you don't need a 4-bedroom house with a basement. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? Like if you have 1 child, you don't need a 3-bedroom house with 2 you only need 2-bedroom house. You don't need a finished basement. So there's different ways that a person can declutter. So certainly don't use that as an excuse that you can't live a streamlined life. It's not going to be the same as me, but we all shouldn't be the same, and we should define our own journey. But those are my thoughts. Cindy, thanks Sam for your wisdom. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. Lily Blood, damn, I hope in this life I can experience someone liking me from the go. If not, it's cool. I'll love me and work on me. But having that kind of relationship sounds amazing. All love sounds amazing, but after a while, all love is work. And that's why there's some people that are just in love with being in love because it's a high. But after the initial rush wears off, it's just work. That's the bottom line. But there's nothing wrong. I will never steal anyone's dream and say that like you shouldn't shoot for love, like because it's just for me, it's just not something. I know what life is, but that's just me too. It's like I don't. If you have a dream, I know I connected with some people on YouTube. Like that's their dream is just to be in a loving, passionate relationship. There's nothing wrong with that. And so I don't want to steal your dream. Just like I remember Will Smith said in The Pursuit of Happiness, he told his son, he said, "Don't let anyone ever steal your dream." I'm not a dream stealer. I'm a dream encourager. If it's your dream to be in a loving, passionate, inspiring relationship, I say praise the Lord, go after it. But what I can tell you is just understand, everything has work. Just like living a nomad life, right? A lot of people love the fact that I'm free, but a lot of people, when I was freezing in the winter in New Jersey, no one loved that. No one wanted to do the work of that. Okay, for 2 years. It's only within the past 2 months that I've been down for full time. Okay, no one wants to go to truck stops on a daily basis. Okay, no one wants to go to Planet Fitness to shower every day. Okay, so a lot of people say they like my life, right? But they don't do the work of it because there is work of it. Okay, there's sacrifices. Like as I say, that's why I remember making one video saying, look, don't ask me anymore how the fuck I stay hot and how I stay cold and how I stay hot and cold. Look, you're living primitive. I do primitive camping. Okay, you sacrifice a level of comfort. You're not in a heating and cooling environment. And if you don't get that, you shouldn't be on the road. That's what I'm saying. You should be with Nomadic Fanatic running your generator at a Walmart. And that's a disaster in my opinion. It's my opinion. So, but the same thing, you got to be honest with yourself. Like, you get in a relationship, it's a beautiful thing, have that goal, but you better be damn sure real that you're about to sacrifice. What are you going to sacrifice, Lily? You're going to sacrifice your independence. You can't have a relationship and be fully independent. You can't. You can't. You can't have mood swings and want to be by yourself, but yet still want to have a text buddy. When you're in a relationship, the number one thing you sacrifice is a level of your independence. Never forget it. And if you want your full independence and you want to be in a relationship, it'll never work. You'll go in circles. Weeknd had his first smash song, Trust Issues. And what he basically was saying, look, all you're doing is go in circles, okay? Well, what I can tell you is, be careful what you ask for, but never let me steal your dream. That a geek. Amen. Well said. Hand clap emoji. Jada, what's going on, Jada? What's going on, Jada? He sent me your ocean blue shirt. That is magical. Damn, I love that too. I want to get more Easter color. I love Easter. What's my favorite color, Sammy? Easter colors. Okay, pastel. Love pastel colors. Light purple, light blue, even light yellow. I want to get more of that because I noticed the other day I don't like red shirts. I don't like dark shirts. I like light, airy colors. Easter colors. Very inspiring. Thank you. Blessings to you always, my dear. Same to you, Jada. Love and respect to California and the West Coast. Out of Illinois. Keep saving and building financial security. Thank you. Now, I take a little bit more risk, so there's sometimes I could lose money. I don't want to lie to you about that. There's a scripture that says, be careful about hoarding cash because all can put into risky investments and a lot lost. So I'm mindful of that, and then that's the give and take, okay? So, I'm mindful of that, but yes, I am, and I'm thankful. Liz, hey everyone, happy Friday. Yes, somebody give me the emoji, you know what I mean? The emoji I put on the beginning of this live feed. Much love and hope everyone had a great weekend. Love and respect to Liz out in the Fort Lauderdale. And I'm at that. Snow Dog. Snow Dog says, cutting my square footage in half. There you go. That's a good goal. I like that. And getting rid of 85% of stuff I own. Yep. I remember when we did training on cloud computing. A guy came in. He said, look, everyone wants to talk about cloud computing. This was 8 years ago, 10 years ago. He said, you know what cloud computing is? He goes, look in your closet. 80 to 90% of the stuff you have in your closet, you never wear. You wear 10% of the clothes in your closet, okay? The human is very inefficient. What cloud computing is efficiency. You're only gonna pay for what you use, okay? You're only, gonna pay for the 10%, okay? And so be mindful of that. Humans are wasteful with their food, with their clothing, with their square footage. How much square footage does one person need? No more than 250 square feet. Okay, so if you have two people living in one household, you don't need a bigger than 500 square foot house. That'll give you healthy boundaries, but also not too much extra space that you have to clean. If you had a wife, a husband, and two kids, how much square footage do you need? No more than 1,000 square foot. That's your mathematical equation. Do you want to believe in that? Fine. If you don't, live above your means and be part of 90% of society that today's payday, but they don't know where it went right out the door. Do I want that? Hell no. I lived that life, not good. I collected over the years getting mad with trash bags in. And yeah, it is the hard part to throw stuff out. But there's only one way to throw stuff out. It's not to give it away, it's to get black 3 mil construction graded trash bags from Home Depot, put everything in it, close your eyes, throw it away, and never look back. It's the only way to downsize your life. Teaser. On the topic of The Pursuit of Happiness, what's your favorite movie of all time? Stigmata is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's an underrated movie, I think in the 90s, about like basically faith is not traditional ceremonious stuff. Faith is inside you. Devil's Advocate, Al Pacino, great movie, and Keanu Reeves, great movie. Shout out to Rad in the 80s, a biking, like a BMX biking movie. I used to love that movie. I remember going to Blockbuster, renting that thing all the time. It was up there, man. Silver Linings Playbook in the 2000s with Bradley Cooper. Powerful movie, great movie. Those are some of my favorites right there. Lily Blood. I didn't just mean romantically. No, I got you. I know you meant meaning level. I value platonic relationships. What a waste of time. I don't value them at all. Nope, but I love you. But I try to cut people out of my life, not add people. I'm not gonna lie to you guys about that. All right, look, now I want my subscriber count to grow on YouTube, but do I want my real life friendships to grow? Not really. Why? That's a burden. I try to cut people out of my life, not add them, in my opinion. But all right, I don't want to get off track. But I've had a hard time finding people who actually want to stick around as I change towards a better self in the end. But you're not, because you don't go forward with a big circle. You have a small inner circle. And the bigger your circle, the less you move forward. The smaller your circle, the more you move forward. That's the way life goes. You can fight that, but I remember I had a friend, his mother used to say, if you can count on one hand, you'll be blessed in life if you can count on one hand how many good friends you have. You're not going to have a lot of good friends. You're not going to have a lot of good relationships. It's going to be very few and in between. But the ones that are great and magical, respect them. But a lot of times what happens is you got a couple few people that love you for you, and you overlook them, and you go after the person that's tall and has nice ass. So lily pad, what you're going to do is, you know, it sounds nice, but what's going to happen is there's going to be some tall guy with a nice ass, and he's totally dumb. Okay, the guy probably drives a Toyota Tacoma. Okay, this is what happens. And then, you know, you think he's mysterious, and then like, you know, really he's just a shitty communicator, and that's why he's got a string of bad relationships. But you think, okay, there's something mysterious about this guy. You think he's like the Notebook guy, but he's not the Notebook guy. What he is a disaster. Okay, what I tell you is, look, let's not play game here. You want the tall guy with a nice ass, but the reality is there's probably gonna be some short guy with a bad ass, wide ass. He's gonna want you. You're not gonna want him, but you're gonna want to be in a relationship. Am I mad at that? I'm not mad at that. Do you? I'll do me. What I say is gotta go forward. Really bad. I know that means I have to let them go. It still sucks. Yeah, let the guy with the Toyota Tacoma go. Apathy sucks. True. Yep. Lily Blood, laugh out loud. Say it. I don't mind being laugh out loud independent. I think we all thrive with a community of least a buddy to check in with. Yeah, throw up emoji. I don't want any more people in my life. Snow Dog. Thanks for the advice. I'm getting through my journey with your inspirational nomadic ideas. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Peace emoji to you, Sally. So much wisdom here today. Thank you. I appreciate that, Sally. Thank you. Same to you. Jaquan, I love the profile pic. Happy Friday to you as well. Thank you. Jada, love to see you smile. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Mike, love sucks. It's not that good in my opinion, but do what you want. I was in a relationship for 8 years with a broad that went very sour. Yep, it was like that. Remember that commercial for sweet and sour gummy bears? Like 1 minute, like they pull up in a drive-through and they're very sweet. Next minute, very sour. That's how life is. It's true. That's how life goes. Do I want that? I don't want that. That's true, very true. A lot of times and money wasted. Yep. Never again. Wisdom. I understand. Meadow says, hey, Meadow. Hey, Sammy. Haha. I'm here listening. Meadow, I love you. Very proud of Meadow. Meadow got a promotion. She's doing good. And she got a couple of cats. What do I recommend you do? Get a promotion. Get some cats. Get a vibrator, and that's it. You're better off. But you won't do that. You'll go after the tall guy with the Toyota Tacoma. Then you're going to come to my live feed. 10 years later, you're going to say, Sam, I want to sell everything, go on the road, and get seduced by Bob Wells in the desert. Do I recommend you do that? No, don't do that. Don't go to Bob Wells. It's crazy. I love that guy, but come on. It's crazy. All right, laugh out loud. All right, good. Well, I think we nailed them pretty hard tonight, guys. Okay. Lily, good. It's good you laughing. See, we got fun. Got fun. That's my ass off. That Toyota Tacoma. Yep, you know what I'm talking about. Never been with a tall dude with a nice ass. Yeah, I know. Guess I won't start now. Yeah, no. Total disaster. What I can tell you is stay single, stack that money, get a cat. Who cares? Mike, cheers. Same to you. Thank you, brother. Let's drink one more time now. Thank you. Forgive me if I say the name wrong. Oh, clap out loud. 66. How do you eat on the road? I go to somebody finished reading comment. Do you ever to see money cook on the stove? No, I don't really cook much food. I eat raw fruits and vegetables. Not like I used to eat. Like I still put some salad dressing on it. I'll still eat. My biggest crutch right now is Skinny Pop. I have one pretty much big meal a day. I have several bananas, probably about 5 bananas throughout the course of the day with 2 health bars, soy milk at Starbucks, coffee with no sugar. That keeps me going. But I just eat at Publix. But that's my biggest line item expense. I probably spend about $1,500 a month in food if I'm not bullshitting you. And I'm not bullshitting you. Probably about $1,500 if I include everything. Every time I go to Starbucks, every time I go to Publix, I probably spend about, yeah, I would say something around that range. I could cut that in half. I don't want to cut that in half. Why? I'm already living below my means and I live a good quality life. But I appreciate your question. But yeah, it's just not for me, right? So, when I had a condo for 15 years, I cooked on the stove. And one time I was like a suave guy. I had the candles lit. Like I invited a girl over and I'll be casually cooking. And that's over. And all I could tell you is I don't want to cook. I don't want to clean up after cooking. I never want to clean again. Okay. I had a friend call me when he saw me come down to Florida. He saw my video online. He said, Sam, man, what you doing? I said, I'm down in Florida, man. He goes, yeah, no, I saw your video. And he goes, what you gonna do now? You go buy an RV? I was like, nah, I said, I don't know. We'll see. And he goes, I'm married with kids. He goes, but if I was you, I'd probably buy an RV. And people who watch this channel, they kind of know. I was like, I really don't get anything from it, right? I say, my biggest problem is parking. So if I get an RV, the only thing I'm going to do is add to that problem. I said, I don't have a problem of I want more space. And he goes, yeah, but then you'll be able to take a shower. I said, but then I got to clean. Then I got to dump water tanks. I said, every day I go to Planet Fitness, I have a maid service. I go into those showers, they're clean. I never have to worry about the water heater. I never have to and they're everywhere I go. And it makes my life simple. Some people get that, some people don't. But I may get an RV today, but I don't know where I was saying with that. But the bottom line is, I don't want a stove. I don't want to clean the stove. I don't want to buy pots. I don't want to buy pans. See, it's the whole thing. Once you buy one thing, it goes to the other. And it's just a headache. So like today, I was in the ocean and my contact fell out, okay? I wear contacts. I have prescription eyeglasses. So then I was like pissed. I was like, oh, where'd my contact go? I only have like every 2 weeks I throw them out. But kind of put a little sour in my day. And then I went back to the restroom at the park. And I was trying to see if my contact fell towards the back of my eye or if it just flew out into the ocean. And eventually I found it in the back of my eye, but for a half hour I was trying to figure out if my contact was in or if it wasn't. If I had to worry about that and I had to clean the stove, it's all the little things that add up, right? And that's what I learned in life. It's not the overweight person that breaks the camel's back. It's the straw. What does that mean? It's the accumulative effect of all the little things in life that you have to deal with that fucking break your back. It's the fact that you gotta take the stove off, you gotta get a Brillo pad and you gotta scrub the bottom. It's the fact that you got a pot and you put eggs in it and you gotta scrape the bottom and it burnt too much. It's the fact that now you gotta get silverware because plastic forks, it's a whole chain reaction to shit. And that just leads down a dark hole of misery. And then you're right back to the 90% of society. And in my opinion, in my experience, 90% of society, barely happy. Barely. You think they're doing a live feed about fun? Oh, yeah, right. They're doing a live feed about Reflectix or something crazy like that. You know what I mean? It's crazy. No, I ain't gonna do that. Don't need stove. Sorry about that, but I appreciate your question. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Where the hell did I leave off? Oh, Lily Pad. Amen. Sam, I love your spirit. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. But you know what happened? Lily Pad, you probably won't even be around here next year. You know how many people have come in on my channel and said, Sam, I love you. We're going to be best friends forever. 5 months, we're not even cool anymore. I don't even know where they went. They got another profile picture, you know, or whatever. They got another channel. It's all crazy. Who knows? Same thing. Like Lily Pad, I want the best for you. I don't want to control you. But what I can tell you is we're probably not even going to know each other in a year. That's the truth. Okay? You know how many girls I told them, oh, Sam, you've met a lifelong friend. As soon as somebody tells me, I said, I ain't even going to know this person in 5 months. That's the truth. Does that make me sad? No, because like, you know, I'm just living free, man. You think I give a shit? Nah, I love you, Lloyd, but this is reality. Like, you know, this is the way life is. But if we are, that's just a win, right? If we still cool, like in a year, that's great. But if not, life goes on, man. With or without you, never forget that. And same thing for all of us. Daddy Geek, Sam is rolling out the wisdom tonight yet. Everyone, please give Sammy some hearts. I appreciate that. Thank you, Daddy Geek. Charlotte, this is a fun chat. Love it. Yeah, well, it's fun emoji night. Yeah, Friday fun day. Good. Thank you, Sally. A lot of hearts. Thank you. Meadow, I do have a tall dude with a nice ass. Sammy. Oh, he's going to ruin your promotion. Left my ass off. Coincidence. Huh? See? Meadow, see, life's going good for you. Now you're starting to move up the career scale. Don't let this guy destroy your life. Okay? That's my opinion. Meadow, you got a lot going for you. Okay? Please. I love you. But do whatever you want. You know I support you. Jaquan, and then you get the blue heart emoji. Thank you. I appreciate that. Ivan, do you go to the grocery store every day? Yep. Or do you have a cooler full of food? Now, I did a cooler in the very beginning. Now, I just go to the grocery store every day. I pay a little bit more, but I don't have to worry about cleaning. I don't have to worry about maintenance. I don't worry about ice melting, getting the food all soggy. I just spend a little bit more money. I still live below my means, still happy, and I don't have to do any maintenance. I don't have to do any cleaning. Love it. Liz, ooh, Sam, and then she gave me the heart with the gift wrap, and then like the heart with the frame, and then heart swirl. A lot of hearts, thank you. Doug, what's up, Doug? Love and respect to New Mexico. Oh my God, I caught the Sammy live. Doug is a great viewer from New Mexico. Brother's got a good spirit, positive brother, very encouraging. I appreciate Doug. Left a lot of good comments that encouraged me. Sometimes I was like, I'm going to quit this thing. Brother left a lot of good comments. Thank you, Doug. I love to you in New Mexico. And the brother loves New Mexico. You know how I love Florida? That's how Doug loves New Mexico. Am I mad at him? Hell no, I'm not mad at him. Do I want to live in the desert? No. But does Doug want to live in Florida? No. We both love where we live, and we respect that. I got a passion for Florida. He's got a passion for New Mexico, and it's love and respect. Apathy sucks. Sam, honestly, do you ever get lonely for companionship? Nope, I once did. Not anymore. Not even close. Do you ever think you might be missing out on true love? Nope, not even close. Nope. At one point in my life, I did. I'm not gonna lie to you. And what I can tell you is not even close. I'm totally happy. I am totally happy. Never gonna go. Beyonce could come up to me tonight at Starbucks right now doing a live feed. She could say, Sam, I'm leaving Jay-Z. I want to be with you the rest of my life. I won't talk. All I'll do is whatever you want. I won't say anything. I'll give you all my money. What will I say? Kick rocks. I love you. I listen to your music, but kick rocks. Why? It's too much work. Too much aggravation. Even, you know, nope, don't want it. Sorry. Daddy, congrats on the promotion medal. Yep, we got love for him. But that tall guy with nice ass may ruin it. Gotta be careful. Doug, I never want to clean again. Yep, me neither. And the other thing I made a video about, I never want to stand in the aisle at the supermarket that has more than 10 items. I will always go through the express line, 10 items or less. Why? I don't have to wait in line. And I'm only buying enough for tonight. That's a win. That's a win. Make a note. Thank God I'm keeping a list. Please, if you ever settle down, have kids, live in a house, never gonna happen. I'm flying out and looking for you. Don't worry, that ain't gonna happen, brother. You be flying to the moon before that happens. Clap loud. 66. That's fair. If you enjoy eating out every day and can afford it, why not? Yep, still living below my means. And thank you, brother. I appreciate that. And but do whatever that works for you. Thank you. Meadow. Thank you, Daddy Geek. I fell out. You mentioned so many reasons why it's better to live on the road. Less maintenance, less anxiety, and just less everything. That's what I need. Yep, just don't forget, I froze my ass off 2 winters in New Jersey. Go back and look at the live feeds, okay, when I was buried in snow, okay? Because I had to stay there. Why? Because I had a static job. It's only within the past 6 months that I got a remote position. So unless you can secure a job living remote, you're going to have to live and figure out how you can live while you're statically in a job. That's what I did for 2 years, okay? Like people catching chapter 20, they're not looking at chapter 1, okay? So a lot of people wouldn't want to do what I did for 2 years to get to this point. Never forget that. So just be mindful. I don't want to sell you a dream. I want to give you the real deal. That's the real deal. Like right now, I'm in the promised land, living a dream under a palm tree. drinking fucking. This is amazing. This is amazing. But don't forget, go back in my live feed playlist, okay, on my channel. You go look when I was buried in the snow, okay, in December, 0 below, okay, in New Jersey. Was it Palm Tree Hill? No, okay. Well, it wasn't even good Wi-Fi. Live feed was choppy, okay. And what I could tell you, total disaster. Okay, but what I do, I sacrifice to get what I want. That's what we got to do. Tease up. Though I've always had a home base, I love the lessons from the mag lifestyle, and I try my best to minimalistic. That's wisdom. Less is truly more. That's it. Look, less is more. Live below your means. Everyone doesn't have to live full time on the road. That's the overall message that everyone can apply. Good job, Doug. Good evening, everyone from New Mexico. See, that brother loves New Mexico. I'm not mad at him. Clap out loud. How do you get mail? I have a mailbox, like tabs, other stuff. Same thing. If you ask, what work are you doing in order to move around? Well, I work in electrical engineering capacity management for a technology firm. I started my career as an electrician, worked up to like electrical engineering. Now I'm kind of like in capacity management. So I can do it remotely from a laptop, do drawings, do calculations, package deals for sales, manage capacity through different infrastructure. And that's it. I mean, pretty much do everything through a laptop. Tease up. Hey Sam, is it okay to contact you through YouTube Messenger? Nope, they got rid of that, and I don't do any type of private emails. They got rid of YouTube Messenger. Doug, love to you back, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. I will be here in a year. You just watch. Well, I hope so. But if you're not, I want you to have the freedom. I don't want to control people. So I don't want to tell it like you got to be here. But if you do, I appreciate that. True love. And then she gave me the live long and prosper. Thank you. And then perfect peace. And then like a lot of hang loose. And that's good emojis. Thank you. I appreciate that. True love. Ivan. Haha. Sam don't care about that love life. I live that love life. And what I can tell you is, just like the weekend and future, low life. Love life, low life. No good. Billy. Haha. I used to work at Publix. Yep. And our express line was always loaded with people. Well, not me. I got in and out of there tonight. 2 minutes. Everyone else on a long line. They got the kids. They got all the cereal boxes. They got a big ass cart. Me, I got like the little carry-on plastic thing. Very magical. That's what I like. Apathy sucks. I love the phrase kick rocks. You're gonna have to use it a lot in life. Believe me, a lot. You are a good company, Sam. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Ivan, laugh out loud. I've seen a few of your videos. Very entertaining. Thank you. I could tell how shitty it was during the winter. Oh, that's good. And at least you finally made it to Florida. Praise the Lord. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Love and respect, Ivan. Apathy sucks. Good evening, everyone from Massachusetts. Have I ever been to Massachusetts? Yes, I have. Love and respect Massachusetts, and apathy sucks. I appreciate your consistency. Thank you, brother. Doug, Sam, and everyone else, have a good evening and make the weekend count. There you go, Doug. Wherever you live, that's right, Doug. Everyone send a prayer emoji to Doug. He's searching for a new job, and that brother's a positive brother. Consistently positive, consistently shows up. Pray for favor. And we just, look, we want good things for Doug. I want good things for everyone who's positive, man. And even if you're negative, like, I don't want anything bad to happen to anyone. So, just send some love and thoughts to Doug, man. Doug, love and respect, man. D, been an awesome night. Thank you. I appreciate that. Snowdog, can you get a Florida driver's license without sticks and bricks? Yeah, there's different ways to do it. There's different, like RV mailing lists and things like that. I mean, everyone has a different angle, but yep, there's ways to do it. You seem grounded, smart, and no road life. Less is best. Totally agree with that. And you seem real calm and happy, so what you say makes sense. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Doug, thank you so much for the prayers. It's all love. And I'm still in the job search. I'm praying for you and thinking about your brother all the time. Lily, I just paused and prayed for you, Doug. Amen. I believe in power prayer. Thanks, and same to you. A lot of prayer emojis. Data Geek, yep, we're praying for Data Geek as well because she got a little bit of drama at her job, but she's going to smile her way through it, and she's going to keep working hard. Woman of integrity. SP, yeah, I hear you in relationships are too much work. I like being free. Me and you on the same page on that. I just bought a van. Can't wait to get out on the road. And I'm in Florida. Yes, I love it. Long Island. Thanks for praying now. Amen. Love from, you're from Long Island and you're going to, you're going to go to the road to Florida. Yeah. Have I ever been to Long Island? Yep. I didn't date a girl from there, but there was a girl I did want to date. She had like a Long Island accent. Well, yeah, I have been. Shout out to, let me tell you something right now. You want to know the best fried chicken spot in the world? I'm about to break it down. Hold on. Pete, I hope you're still in the building. Long Island Pudgy's. Okay? Pudgy's fried chicken on West Islip and East Islip, Long Island. You still there, SP? Do you know about Pudgy's Fried Chicken? It's a Northeast chicken spot. They used to have some in Brooklyn. They used to have some in Jersey. In my hometown in Jersey, they had them, and then they started closing up because they got too big and started to go bankrupt. And then now they only have two left, I believe, and they're both in Long Island. And when I originally went on my diet and my lifestyle change, I remember backsliding. I googled Pudgy's Fried Chicken, and there was only two left, and they were both in Long Island. And I went to Jones Beach. I made it a day trip in the summer. I went through. Where did I go? I went through Brooklyn. I ended up at Jones Beach, and then I ended up going to Pudgy's. I think in East Islip, Long Island. Pudgy's Fried Chicken, but it'll kill you, but it's good. Apathy sucks. Doug, never give up. That's right. Never give up is a powerful statement. I agree with that. Grace of God be with you. Out of Illinois, maybe alternate short stays at different campgrounds for safe legal parking and sleeping. Yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at right now. I'm willing to pay. I'm still living below my means, and it keeps my flexibility. Flexibility is your greatest asset. Flexibility is your greatest asset. Use it, and you can always adapt with that. Sally, praying Doug. Zelda, good luck, Doug. SP, yeah, man. Doug, thank you, everyone. You are putting tears in my eyes. Doug, we got love for you, brother, man. Cry it out, man. We got love for you. SP, laugh out loud. Then good, you know about Pudgy's? GM, 1989. What's up, Sammy? You are indoors? Nope, I'm outdoors under a palm tree. Magical. Damn, it's magical. It's good. It's good. It's good. Starbucks open until 11 o'clock at night tonight. Very magical. Okay. All right. Look, I think we had fun. I think we dropped some life lessons. And I think we learned you can get a promotion. Things can be going good in life. Then all of a sudden, tall guy driving a Toyota Tacoma with a nice ass just destroyed your life. Okay, why? Because you wanted to be, like Rihanna said, you love to be in love. That a geek. Doug, trust me, I feel you. Keep your head up. We got this, man. That's what I'm talking about. All right, guys, girls, love and respect. Stay positive. Don't be too serious. Learn to have fun. And peace and love. Zelda, good luck. Thank you. Peace, buddy. Out of Illinois, grocery store every day for fresh food. You got it. Out of Illinois, you got it.